Hello, and thank you for joining us for part 3 of the third installment of our 5-part summer series, where we will be talking about selling the last-minute vacations without stressing discounts and specials. A little bit of housekeeping. If you're unable to hear me, please use the access number provided on your invitation to listen through the phone or your computer speakers. My name is Emily Thompson. I'm an online marketing consultant at Visual Data Systems, and I'll be presenting today. Visual Data Systems is uniquely qualified to bring you these eAcademy webinars. Since 1994, we've been working with the vacation rental industry on things like website design, software integration, search engine optimization and marketing, technology consultation, email marketing, and much more. Today is the last part of our summer series for getting last-minute vacations without stressing discounts, and we're going to talk about how to do that utilizing email marketing and social media. With email marketing, we're going to get into featuring properties, creating a sense of urgency, best practices and common pitfalls, and then we're going to talk about social media and suggestions that really are applicable to most platforms, Facebook status updates that you should be thinking about, as well as how to use paid advertising to get these last-minute bookings. So we're going to start out talking about email marketing. And as we've said in the previous sessions, the underlying goal of email marketing is to really send the right message to the right people at the right time. So based on what we've talked about in session 1, or part 1 of the series, we know we have two types of users, those in purchase mode and those in dreamer mode. So the purchase mode knows that they really are ready to book. They're going to start going on Google and trying to research information and find the best vacation rental. Those in dreamer mode just know they want to get out of the office and be on the beach somewhere. Maybe they did last year and they're thinking, man, I wish I was kind of on vacation at this time again. So how we're able to segment these users to know what message to send to them is through our Contact Us fields on our Contact Us form. This is a form from a company in Hatteras Island, and as you can see, there's multiple questions or different areas that the user can really input their preferences. So special interests that they enjoy, travel preferences, who do they like to travel with, and what time of year. That information really gives us a way to be able to send the right message to the right people at the right time or accomplish our goal. And that's how we're going to be effective in email marketing and get these last-minute reservations without discounting. So for those in purchase mode, they're already looking for properties. They're starting to do their due diligence and their research. You want to make sure that you send emails that kind of create a call to action. So you have your featuring properties. What properties are you having trouble booking at that time? When do you have availability? Let the user know that. Give them some medium to kind of follow through to your website and take a further look at each of these homes. Also, you want to make sure that you're utilizing your email marketing best practices. So first off, avoid relying heavily on images. This is a common pitfall. According to the 2010 Marketing Sherpa, we found out that 33% of people do not have images turned on by default. This is a large number of people that cannot see your message. This email is not using alt tags either. That would be the text within the image to kind of tell you what it's about. You would be more inclined to click on or to actually enable images if you actually have an idea of what the offering is. And so that brings me to the next point of never put your primary calls to action in images. They may be flashy and they may be stunning, but images do not convey the message. And so for these users that do not have images enabled, they'll have no idea what you're trying to get them to do. Whether you're trying to send them to a featured property, get them to like your Facebook page, or just get to your website, they don't know the call to action. So make sure that your calls to action are within plain text, not necessarily the images. Creating a sense of urgency. This is extremely important within your emails for those in purchase mode as well as those in dreamer mode. You can send emails surrounding specific events or activities, maybe events or activities that they had said on the Contact Us form they were interested in or that they had come for previously in the past. So one that comes to mind is Myrtle Beach Bike Week. This brings in a lot of visitors each year. So send to your past guests that came during Bike Week last year, or send to your guests that marked that they were interested in Myrtle Beach Bike Week on your Contact Us form. Those are great lists to send because those are very qualified users, and you want to make sure that you're sending the right message to the right people. are season changes. Say you live in a mountainous destination, that's where your properties are. You just had some great powder fall, you can send to your email addresses that indicated they were interested in skiing, or they were interested in winter stays. You can make sure that that's a specific email letting them know that the season is changing, that either it's getting warmer or it's getting colder, and here is our availability. Rate changes. This is also very important. It's something that people commonly overlook. Peak season is more expensive than early summer or late summer. And so this year we actually had the opportunity to take advantage of this because it was a mild winter. So kids did not have snow days in school, so kids were let out of school earlier. So sending emails saying, check out our early summer availability because kids are out of school earlier was very effective, because people may not necessarily have known that the rates earlier in summer are actually cheaper than peak summer because they've never actually been able to go then. And so you can segment that with your users that are interested in summer stays or are interested in traveling with a family especially. A few suggestions for your email marketing campaigns. Segment your list. That's what we've talked about this whole time. Make sure that you're sending the message to the right people. Also, target past guests, not rebook for that season. That's the example with the Myrtle Beach Bike Week. If you stayed during Bike Week last year, here's our availability for this year. That can be very effective. And make sure that you're geo-targeting. If you're sending an if you're sending an email campaign that's specific to an event or something time sensitive, make sure that you're sending to people that are within driving distance, probably 2 to 3 hours, because those that aren't are not going to be able to make the travel arrangements in time to actually come to your destination. So for our users that are not necessarily in purchase mode, they're still just wishing they were on a beach somewhere, the key here is to sell the vacation, not the vacation rental. And we've talked about a few ways to do that. We just talked about email marketing, selling the activities and the events and the rate changes and so on. But also social media provides an opportunity for you to really appeal to people on a visual basis. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Each of these platforms relies heavily on images, and images are the most shared thing on Facebook especially. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of them. And this is kind of more of an indirect sell. So say for example on Facebook, you could put up a status update with a photo album that says this is our, for example, Hatteras Realty said, great semi-sound front home in Avon and still a few weeks open, get it while you can, and then a shortened URL to their property page. That's a great way to drum up some traffic to that property that's a little bit last minute. You can also do that a little bit more indirectly, maybe put a status update up that has a picture from the balcony of one of your properties overlooking the ocean or overlooking something beautiful, and then say that, you know, would you like to be here? Here's the view from whatever property, and link to it. So photo albums can be very effective. And also video tours. You can really allow the user to kind of get in the feel of being on vacation. They actually feel like they're taking a personal tour of the property. So make sure you utilize both of those tools if you can. And also include property links. This is a common pitfall I see. You put up a great status update for a specific property and you forget to include a property link. Make sure you make it as easy as possible for the user to get from Facebook or from that social media platform to your website where they can actually book. And last, we're going to talk about Facebook ads. So say you put up a status update that has a picture of the beach and the property link, and you think that it'll appeal to multiple users. Promote the posts. Facebook allows you to pay to increase the reach of your status updates. Not every one of your Facebook users sees your status update, and so you can pay to make sure that they do. So that might be an opportunity to take advantage of that. Also, if you're going to create business-specific ads, make sure that you're targeting correctly. So target based on the area, based on the age. I would suggest at least 25 years or older. That way you know that your users can actually come and stay with you and not be as destructive. Also interests. If it's specific to the area, if it's specific to a attraction or an event, make sure you target those as well. And then driving distances. Again, especially if it's a time-sensitive event or activity, make sure that you're targeting specifically within driving distances. To the right, you see an example of an ad for the Tahoe Celebrity Golf Tournament. And it just says Tahoe Celebrity Golf Tournament is in 2 weeks away. Want to see these guys in action? We still have availability. And then take the user to a canned search of what properties you still have available during that date range. And that can be very effective to get people from your social media platform to your website. That's all I have for you today. Make sure you stay tuned for an upcoming webinar from our senior online marketing consultant, Henry Siri, on adapting and taking advantage of changes to Google local search, as well as keeping your clients and prospects engaged after the vacation season has ended, and that's going to be presented by our online marketing manager, Mark Randall. These webinars and summer series will be posted on our website as soon as possible at www.visualdatasystems.com. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me. My email is emilyt@vdsys.com. Thanks very much for joining us. Have a great day.